It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you hungry. Talk that talk.
Today it is Thursday, February 26th. The year is 2026, Grayson. And here's Grayson. He was waiting patiently. I've been sitting here sipping on my coffee. Man, just made some delicious coffee. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I got a slow start today. It was raining outside, pouring down raining, so I didn't want to take them out in the rain. So I said, let me just kind of wait until the rain subsided, and it got worse. So finally, I heard Grayson howling down there. He said he was beating on that cage. So I said, okay, you gotta go. So I got on up and took him outside in the rain. They went out there, did what they had to do, and came back inside the house. All right, so listen. Gosh, Atlanta. All right, people always ask, whenever I do videos about Atlanta, the first thing people always say is, why are you still living there? I think of a lot of reasons why I'm still sitting there. Sitting in Maine because my mama here. When I look back over the years, back in the late 90s, Earl and I had some conversations about him taking a job in the Washington, D.C. area, working for the Library of Congress, and moving to D.C. We had discussed it. The Lord, I wish we had done it. We had the money to move. Earl was going to be making a good job up there. I would have moved to a city that has some culture, seriously. And I wish I had. I don't know. I think we were so caught up with that real estate at that point that we were trying to figure out how to transition between the two cities, or should he stay here in Atlanta or go to there. And ultimately, we made a decision just to stay put for a lot of reasons. Family, friends, associates. We were building roots here in Atlanta. Although I knew in the 90s I kind of wanted out. Didn't know where I wanted to go, but DC sure looked better then. I had some friends in Washington, D.C. who were doing some real estate, and they said there was some amazing opportunities there. And I was thinking, maybe we can go there. But then also at that time in the 90s, late 90s, there was amazing opportunities here in Atlanta real estate. And I was kind of doing my thing here. Me and Earl had a beautiful house in the old 4th Ward at the time. And then I remember something happened. Earl's grandfather came to visit us, and he saw all the houses and stuff that we were doing here and everything. He saw the projects, and he just was like, man, you guys are doing some really good work here. This stuff looks amazing. He wasn't sure what to expect. Me and Earl did some beautiful renovations. Lord, if I had known what I know now, but hell, every one of them houses, we'd be millionaires. But who knew that Atlanta real estate would skyrocket the way it did? So now, for me, when I do these videos about Atlanta, a lot of people don't understand. I'm not necessarily referring to me. I have an associate who's staying here with me right now who is been couch surfing. He's got some health issues, and he hit me up and said, hey, Walter, I really need a place to stay. I'm having some issues, and this has been going on for a couple of months. And I said, if I land up in the hospital, he was in the hospital, he's like, Walter, I really just need a place to stay. Do you mind if I come over here? Come over there. I said, well, ain't nobody in this top floor over here. So I said, when you get out of the hospital, let's talk. You see where your head is. He's from Texas. He's been here for 16 years. How could you be living in Atlanta for 16 years and somehow you've managed to end up homeless? I'm a little confused. You got to explain this to me. I've been living here since 1989. I've never been homeless here. I've never had to sleep on somebody's couch. And I've had some trials and tribulations too. Illness, hospitalization, jail time, prison, but I never ended up homeless. I was able to have some place to live. I mean, I got out of prison the first time. I'm going to stay with my mama for a little while. She got on my nerves and said, I got an apartment. I actually did like, when I went back home to see mom, I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, mom was laughing, having fun. But I realized I wanted my own place, and I bought my first house at 23 years of age. If you come to Atlanta and your priorities are in the wrong place, and I never wanted to come to Atlanta. My family moved here. And then I moved here after them, after I graduated high school. And y'all, to this day, I keep saying I wish I'd have went on up to New York City where I really wanted to go. Back in the 90s when you really could have got real estate dirt cheap in Harlem. I really wish I had went up there. My cousins were staying there, my aunt was staying there, family members. I had family in New York, and they were like, come to New York. And I was like, and I really wish I had went there, because I think there was just a lot of opportunities. I still see a city. I see New York has a city of opportunities. You're looking for opportunities. Now, if you just looking to lay up and watch TV, go to clubs and party, the associate who's staying with me now, this man's driving a brand new BMW. But you don't have a place to stay. He left that hospital and came here, and I'm thinking, you got this expensive car parked outside. Barely could put gas in it. He's paying the note because he's getting some type of check of some sort. And it's just like, dude, and I repeatedly told him, you need to go home to Texas. Go to your family. Go where your brothers and sisters, where your family's at. Because you didn't burn all these bridges with your friends here. I don't know what happened with these friends and associates that he stayed with. I can imagine though. But my goal is to help him get situated. Either he's going to have to buy him a house of some sort with the little income he got. They giving these houses away. Buy you a house here in Atlanta or in Texas so you won't be homeless. Or wherever. It can be in Alabama, as far as I'm concerned. You need to own someplace instead of renting some places and bounce up from people to buy something. Instead of buying an expensive BMW, you should bought your house. So we're trying to get a little credit together so you can go buy him a house. Or a townhouse. Or whatever. No, it ain't gonna be one of them Instagram pretty houses everybody taking pictures of, and no, it's gonna be a shelter over your head. Now you go in there and fix it up. My first house I had in Stone Mountain, it was a decent house, but I went in and fixed it up. Some of y'all seem to think that your first house should be some immaculate castle. No, you gotta buy, it might be just a little hut that you own. You're better off owning a home than renting any day. Renting is for wealthy, rich people. It's a luxury. If you poor, you need to be in a house. And you need to do whatever you need to do to keep that house in shape. I've said this 1,000 times. So my goal is to help him get in a house here in Georgia, preferably in Texas. They got some. I wasn't gonna allow them houses in Texas. I said, oh, this shit is cheap. I called my girl who do loans. I said, can you do loans in Texas? She said, hell yeah, I can do loans in Texas. I said, okay, so we got a loan officer. We just got to correct a few things on that damn credit report. He's gonna buy him a house in Texas. They got down payment assistance and all these programs to help you buy a house. Ditch that BMW, which is what the plan gonna be after he get that house. BMW need to go bye-bye. That's right. Would you rather have a car that you're living in or a house? Which choose? I'd take shelter over my head any day. F that damn car. It's my thoughts and opinions on this. But he's so in love with Atlanta. I'm like, dude, you've been here for 16 years. And I've known him the whole 16 years he's been here. And what are you doing? You hear that rain? The question is like, what are you doing? What have you gained living here in Atlanta? Financially, what has, that's the thing about Atlanta that really concerns me about people who come here. If you're not really financially doing well and you've been here for a while, you need to leave. Because it's not going to get better. If you, after 16 years of living in Atlanta, and you sit up here homeless, living in your car, couch surfing, going from person to person's home, you ain't figured it out yet, it's time to pack your shit and get the fuck up out of here. He's at work right now, and I'm just thinking, there's some issues here that ain't adding up. Either your income is not sufficient enough, or you can't find these, I don't know, but my suggestion would be, y'all, if you have family members and friends in another state and that's your support team, go there. Go, but my family argue too much. We don't argue with them. Shut your fucking mouth. Quiet. Shut this. No. Somebody letting you come there and stay, this should be like this. Shut your mouth. You in somebody else's house. And I look at it and I try every day I have a talk to him and say, have you been looking about Texas? What do you think about Texas? I don't know if I want to go to Texas. Yeah, I do. You ain't wait to stay here too much longer. We gonna get this over with quick, fast, and in a hurry and get your ass somewhere. Why would you want to stay in a city where you're still financially struggling? You're still not having the success that you want. That's what I don't get it. Why would I want to stay in a city that I'm financially struggling? That I haven't been able to land on my feet. You're struggling here. And just think, if you went someplace else, and even tried to go someplace else, you don't know what type of success you might have someplace else. But you're here struggling. Because you're afraid you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know what's out there. It could be something way better than this situation. Way better. So instead of struggling here, I need some more coffee, it's getting cold. Instead of struggling here in Atlanta, instead of struggling here to survive in this dreadful place, hey, Grayson, instead of struggling to survive here in Atlanta, struggling. Who wants, I don't get it. Everybody come here to Atlanta want to struggle. I like Atlanta. What is there to like about this place if you're struggling? What is going on here? What is this love with some place that you barely making it? I don't get it. You struggling to survive. You are literally struggling to battle. I don't know if you hear all that rain. It's pouring down rain. You struggling to survive here, but you love Atlanta so much. What is so great about a place where you're not making it? Where you're struggling to survive? What is so great about this? I don't get it. That rain is coming down. You struggling to survive. Barely, don't even have a place to live. I've always had a place to live. I always had shelter over my head. Even when I stayed with somebody, I was at least able to pay their rent. And I'm not going to say I've done some crazy, stupid stuff here in Atlanta. Lord knows I have. I ain't perfect. I've had some issues here in this city. Everything hasn't been perfect. I ain't never had to spend a night in my car. It's pouring. I can see y'all. I don't know if y'all can see all that rain. Yeah, that tree's still up there. I need to get rid of it. Pouring down rain. Whew, I woke up this morning, ate breakfast, and then sat on the couch and fell asleep. I was knocked out for a second. I took the pain pills. I'm still taking the pain pills. I tried to go without them pills, y'all. It's not ready yet. My hip is not ready, so I still got to take the pills. And they're not even any strong pills, but when I take the pills, I do find some comfort. The pain goes away. I have been going to the gym, doing some light exercises, just doing some stuff. I got a scheduled appointment with the physical therapist. It's doing somewhat better. What is this? But I see so many people who flock to this town, to Atlanta, and y'all. And I've done so many videos about this that it's almost scary. And because I've never really lived anyplace else, I was wondering how many people are couch surfing in New York or Washington, D.C. or Chicago or Houston. You know, how many, most of my friends and associates that I know have their own place. I haven't really encountered too many friends or associates that I've known who've had issues. This is an associate. We're not good friends. I've known him for years. Now, of course, one of my good friends said, "Well, I need a place to live." Of course, come on over here. Shit. Plenty of roommates, 7-bedroom house here. Come on over here. But this individual is concerning because something's not right here. You have not shown. Has he had his own apartments in the past? Yes, he has. But for years, I kept saying, buy a house, buy a house, buy a house. Been pleading for him to buy a house to get some stability. When you own a home, I just don't know what to say. Everybody's not doing great in Atlanta. A lot of people, there are quite a few people who are struggling here. I see it with my own family. I see it with this young man who's hanging out here, couch surfing over here in my attic. I'm thinking, don't you want to be able to survive? Put your differences aside with your family member and go home if you can. I'm going to try to push you in the right direction and try to help you resolve some issues with so you rent an apartment ain't going to do him no good because his rents are too high. He needs a house and a couple of roommates. That's the only way he's going to make it. He needs stability. He needs to, that's just my thoughts. I know y'all got different thoughts. I ain't getting no roommate. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I gotta listen to y'all ignorant niggas all day long. So I don't pay y'all no attention. I had plenty of roommates. Shit. Even in the house, though. Plenty of roommates. Until me and Earl started living together. He was even staying with some ex of his. He called, we can't get along. I said, well, what are y'all arguing about over there? We just can't get along. Well, why can't you go sit down on the couch? And what is the issue? You don't know how to go someplace, sit down and just be quiet, go in the corner, go in your room, close the door? I don't get it. We'll be out here arguing with nobody. But anyway. Come on to Atlanta if y'all want to. Come on down here to suffer for 16 years and not have nothing to show for it. Come on. Because I think that's what y'all like. Life isn't about trials, constant trials and tribulations, constantly having issues and problems, never able to relax because you constantly got all these issues. Got to make smart decisions. Clearly, this BMW this boy driving was not a smart decision. Show him about your damn house. A much cheaper car. Not making sense. I'm sleeping in my car. Well, you got a car payment. That car payment is your house payment, so I guess you got confused. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, are we that stupid now? We go out and get an expensive car, but our housing is teetering on the edge. Then you lose your apartment for whatever reasons. Because you was in something happened, hospital, or all this other shit. You know, one trip to the hospital, your life will change. I'm getting that last year of Earl's life, he was in the hospital. Long time. My goodness. I mean, it's just Earl's life was nearly here and there. That last year was rough. Glad we were together and by each other's side because I don't know how that would have worked out. Now I wonder if I ended up in the hospital for a long period of time, I think things will come undone. My life will be uprooted quickly. I need to make sure I got some things my affairs in order. I don't know why it's this house. I didn't turn the heat off, y'all, but I woke up this morning, I took these pain medicines and y'all just all of a sudden like burning up. When I got up and got that coffee, I meant to turn this fan on over my head. I would like to open up this door and let some of this cool air in here, but these dogs are right outside in the rain. So. And I think when I finish this video, I'm going to go upstairs, open my windows in my bedroom, and lay down. There's a good TV show that just came out. I saw it it's on Amazon Prime. What is this show? What was the name of the show? Amazon Prime TV show. It moved. Let's see. While I'm in this house, I've been watching some good TV. What is the name of this show? I didn't say it. It was Holy Grail or something like that. Like a new series that starts today. I'm not gonna be able to find it. But all I know is on Amazon Prime. Let me see. I'll go here. Let's see. Yeah. Go on Amazon Prime. There's a new TV show about a black woman who's something to do with the Underground Railroad or something, and starts today. It's a 6-series miniseries. They say it's really, really good, so I was going to start watching it today. I'm going to go upstairs, turn on that fan in my bedroom, crack the windows open, let a little cool air in, lay across that bed, put this ice pack on my leg because it's killing me. I won't say it's killing me, but I put the ice pack, I have this thing, and put the ice on my legs so it's cool. I'll put them, I don't know if I'm taking them up there with me because they just too wild. But it's a rainy day in Georgia. I feel very sorry for this guy, this associate of mine who's in here, because every day I ask him, "What'd you do today?" "Oh, I didn't do nothing." You determined to stay here in Atlanta. What is it that's keeping you here if you sit around doing nothing all day? I know there's a mental health issue going on. I just think it's time to head back to Texas. I've told this man this, I've been telling him this for years. Go home. Why are you here? Why are you here? Call your sister up and say, hey, I need to come home for a little while. The girl says she can help you buy a house in Texas. Go down there, get your shit together. You already know what we need to do to get you into the house. You can use the down payment assistance. Come here, Grayson. Grayson just determined. Ginger over there just enjoying herself. Ginger just doing what she doing best, and Grayson just can't take it. Come here, Grayson. Come here. Grayson, come here. Leave her alone. Look at her. Ginger over there enjoying the rain outside. She just sitting over there enjoying herself, and he over there just won't let her have her peace. Why are you harassing her and making all this noise? You hear all that rain? Hey, I mean, it's really pouring down rain. They said it was going to rain today. And they got that right. Rainy day in Georgia. But back to this boy. When he comes in today, when he gets home today, I'm going to say, hey, all right now, every day we're going to have this conversation about you packing up that U-Haul and heading west. Go west, they said. He had a friend in California. The boy told him out in California, come on out there and stay with him in California. So I said, well, go there. But I think he's kind of worried about how to transfer his, come here, health benefits and all this other stuff. Grayson! You are interrupting this video. Come here, Grayson. Here. I tricked your ass. Ain't no biscuits over here. You ran over here, too. As soon as I said here, you thought you had a biscuit. Well, Grayson is determined to return here. I'm tired. We're going to watch this movie. I watch this movie. Put this cold thing on my leg. I wish y'all could tell me what is this? What is so great about Atlanta that people just got to be here and they're going through the worst trials and tribulation of their entire life, but you just got to be here. What are you missing? I don't get that. I just don't get it. Anyway, I can see the comments now. Anyway, today is Thursday, February 26th. The year is 2026. I'm having a little chit chat with this young man today when he coming in from work tired. I'm gonna say, listen, buddy, I know we've had these conversations and we keep having this conversation. But this is just a temporary thing. You sleeping in my attic up here, watching TV, soaking up my air conditioner. This is temporary. What are you planning on? Tell me what your long-term plans are. Because you've been couch surfing for a little while now, and you ain't surfed into a house yet of your own. Even though I've repeatedly told you this. They're giving these houses away. You need to get into a house, ditch that BMW on the side of the road someplace, pay your mortgage payment, and what else you gonna do? Get you a couple of roommates, since you're determined to be here in Atlanta. I strongly suggest that you go home now, to your sister's house. Go someplace where you could start over. Hell, I wish I knew somebody out in California and tell me, you come out there to California, I've been there, hop here on by y'all. Or at least go out there and visit him and go see what the California look like. But I know this health issue was kind of, got him kind of in limbo. Because, well, he's doing dialysis. I know how that works. Can't just run all the way, you do things, it's just a little bit complicated. Yep, that damn dialysis, it's a doozy. My sister was on dialysis, my cousin, I've had a lot of people on dialysis, and it complicates life. But one good thing about dialysis, they give you Social Security, Section 8. My sister was able to immediately get Section 8 help. Everybody I know that was on dialysis got Section 8, they got Social Security, all kinds of stuff, and he hasn't taken advantage of this stuff. And we can do, you need to use it. Now you run around in this damn BMW. I've been and ran that BMW into a damn tree. You need a place to stay, you need a home, buy a house, do something. That's just my thoughts. You'd never be surprised, child. My sister got her place and she loved it. Her mortgage payments paid up for months. She said, well, I'm so glad you made me buy this house. I made her buy a place. Bouncing from hotels and stuff, living in my basement. That good. Getting out, she over there painting up damn place and taking care of it, finally. Owning a home, sometimes you will take care of your business out there. Quiet. That's the sad part. Most of my nieces and nephews don't even own a house yet, even though I've encouraged them to buy one. Repeatedly. Like I said, I bought my first house in 1993. Wish I had stayed in that first. That was another mistake I made. When I bought that first house in 1993, I should have stayed, put that house. I only paid $75,000 for the house and had a swimming pool in the backyard. Beautiful. Houses were cheap back then. Now, who knew this shit was going to get this high? Shit, back in the day, a $300,000 house was a castle here in Atlanta. $300,000, you got a massive, beautiful home. Brick or whatever. I mean, they had them John Wheelan homes in Cascade for $300,000. $299. Look at this, like, basement. It's just beautiful homes. Them days is gone. However, when I was showing him some houses in Texas, you get a lot of money for your home in Texas. I even found new houses in Texas under $200,000. But then I saw a house that was $242,000. They had some good deals out there in Texas. Wait, I think that's where you need to go, Texas. Shit. I like I said, I don't understand this love affair in Atlanta, y'all. What is holding people here if you're not doing good? What? Let me know what's going on in these other cities, y'all. New York, D.C., Miami. How's the job market? How are people doing? How are people surviving? How are they living? I don't know those cities, but I know here in Atlanta, Atlanta's a place where if you ain't got your shit together, you're gonna have a tough time here. I can imagine that's probably everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so I'll call you. I'll come down there and we'll order them. Okay. All right, bye. Anyway, let me conclude this video. Long as hell. Anyway, let me enjoy the rest of my rainy day in Georgia. Today is Thursday, February 26th. The year is 2026. I look forward to reading y'all's comments. What do y'all think? Does this boy go his ass back to Texas? I mean, my goodness. Why stay someplace where you're suffering? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, and where are your friends? Where are your family members? And if you got all these friends here in Atlanta, why aren't you didn't burn all those bridges? Something's weird here. But anyway, we've talked about this long enough. And Grayson is back to barking at Ginger. Ginger, get off that Christmas tree. She'll be nibbling on the Christmas tree. All right, I'm out of here. Today is Thursday, February 26th. The year is 2026. And Grayson and Grayson, all that barking. And Ginger. We're out of here. Maybe one day that tree will be gone soon. We'll see. All right, I'm out. Bye.